Samyutta Nikaya, the connected discourses. Sagata Vagga Samyutta, group of discourses connected to verses. Devata Samyutta, discourses connected to the Devas. Nandana Vagga, the section on the Garden of Delights. Sutta number 1.19, Kutika Sutta, tiny little hut. Do you not have at least a tiny little hut? Do you not have a nest to resort to? And how about those connections you've made and assets accumulated thus far in your past? Could you truly say that you've freed yourself from all that bondage? Really? Actually, I don't even have a tiny little hut. And no, I also do not have a nest to resort to. As for those connections made or assets accumulated in the past, they all lie just there, abandoned and left in the past. Therefore, I truly can say that I've freed myself from all that bondage indeed. In that case, what do you think I'm referring to with the tiny little hut? And how about the nest one resorts to? What do you reckon that is a reference to? As for those connections made or assets accumulated in your past, what do you consider those to be? And what is it that you consider to be a bondage one gets shackled to, really? I declare the reference to the tiny little hut to be none other than one's own mother, whereas the nest one resorts to, that is a reference to having a wife. As for those connections made or assets accumulated in the past, those are the sons and children one prides oneself for having, linking him to the future. But throughout, I consider craving itself to be the very bondage one gets shackled to, really. Indeed, it is lovely to see how you do not even have a tiny little hut. Lovely, too, to witness how you do not even have a nest to resort to as well. As it regards to connections made or assets accumulated in your past, it's marvelous to see how they all lie just there, abandoned and left in the past. And it's beautiful also, witnessing how you've finally freed yourself from all that bondage indeed. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.